Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, English Coach Dr. Shruti. And yes, definitely, as you can see, as I promised you people, that I will be there in the raw format, like where you can see me, where you can observe my communication style in a raw manner. Means no editing, okay? On the other hand, there will be no cut. It will be this, the upcoming videos will be in one go so that you would feel that I'm talking to you. I really want to give you that feel. So for a few weeks I will be doing the same, right? Okay, so today's topic is is such a like frequently asked questions. As I have been teaching for the last 15 years now, you can say, like I've been teaching for the last since 2011, right? And every time, in every scenario, irrespective to which category of people I'm teaching, here I'm talking about the people who are students, the people who are aspirants, and the people who are professionals, right? So when I teach them, I always usually get this question, that what is the need of using bombarded words or the fancy words, you can say, or the advanced words, you can say, right? So they always question me that what is the need of using all these words. So recently I have been training one of my learners from USA. She also said the same thing, but somehow she realized later on, she used to think the same way. Okay, what is the need of using fancy words, right? So but later on she understood that no, definitely no. If you are living in this 21st century, and if you are a person who is actually who is actually looking for a growth, for success, then definitely whenever we speak English, we need fancy words sometimes. Please focus on that. Sometimes, not always. Okay, not always. Now I'm going to give you one example, one logic behind it. Okay, now that logic is like as per my logic. There is no certain research on that. Okay, it's absolutely up to you whether you need to use fancy words or whether you are not supposed to use fancy words. And for that also we have the technique. Okay, like we have that different technique, that when to use certain fancy words, right? But we will be discussing that part later. That like how to use fancy word, that is a different topic to deal with. Now the main topic is like, what is the need of using advanced words, or should we use advanced words? So now, just like I'm just giving you an example of our daily life. So irrespective of region, of which region you are living in, you have your staple diet. Staple diet means the diet that you have regularly in a week. Like for example, what you have in breakfast. Like for me, I have poha sometimes in breakfast. In lunch, we have normal dal roti, sabji chapati, something like that. Same with evening. Sometimes we have tea, and in the night again, like the repeated pattern, like chapati, sabzi, and dal, whatsoever. Same with you. Okay, so we have certain staple diet for ourselves that we follow regularly, right? But sometimes you need let's go out, let's have pizza today, let's have burger today. Or sometimes at home also, sometimes you feel like you tell your mother, or you cook your for yourself, that okay, let's have rajma chawal today, let's have masala dosa today, let's have like let's cook pasta or noodles today at home. Sometimes you have that craving, right? Okay, sometimes you eat like, because on the regular basis you cannot have chola chawal, you cannot have rajma chawal for that matter, right? Because these are some of the particular dishes that we cook occasionally, and we have them occasionally. If we are going to have them regularly, then definitely it is going to upset our stomach, right? Same with those advanced words. Those advanced words are your chole chawal, rajma chawal, your pasta, your burger. Yes, this kind of example I give to my learners. Please consider that part. Compare your vocabulary, your advanced vocabulary, like that. Sometimes you need some fancy words in different situations, not for your daily life communication. I never tell my learners that you need to use these fancy words in the regular basis, in the regular daily life communication. No, You need those fancy words for particular context, for particular situations, for particular circumstances. Okay, because every time we will not be staying at home, we are going to step out, we are going to step out from our house, we are going to meet people, we are going to have professional life ahead as well, because since this is 21st century, everything is advancing, everything has a new version. Then why not your vocabulary, why not your personality, why not your communication, right? So those vocabulary, those fancy vocabulary, if you're going to keep in the treasure of your own vocabulary, you can use sometimes as per the requirement. But I'm not telling you, I have never told my students, my learners, that you need to use those fancy words all the time. This is how your fancy words play an essential role in your vocabulary. Just like chole chawal, they play an essential role to our diet, because sometimes we need that. We need to have the taste to our tongue, that how does this spicy chole chawal is going to taste. Same in the same category. I know you might be laughing, you might be thinking that what type of example that I'm giving you, but this is the basic example. I hope that you will be able to understand. So similarly, when we go for meeting, when we go for conferences, when we are presenting something, some sort of presentation, or whether we are in the interview, like, it's fine to, like, please communicate in a language, communicate in such vocabulary, so that the person who's sitting or standing in front of you could understand. But always use some, like, some here, I mean, one or two or three words in your communication which are of advanced level, so that's the person who is talking to you will have this hint that, oh my goodness, this person has certain knowledge, this person knows this word. Okay, it means he or she reads, he or she is aware of that what is happening, what type of words are used around the world, right? So I'm not saying that you are supposed to use those fancy words with your friends, with your family. No, but you need these words at particular point of time. For example, the word surprised. Okay, we use it like on a daily basis, right? Whenever we talk to our friends, family, and all. But for example, if I'm sitting with a group of professionals, with a group of intellectuals, or with a group of where, like, I know that these people carry a certain sort of knowledge, and if I use the word flabbergasted, I was flabbergasted yesterday when I saw that performance, instead of saying, I was surprised. No, in that setting, I believe flabbergasted is the word that fits perfectly. Simple. So please never compare this fact that there is no need to learn fancy words. Of course, there is a need to learn fancy words, but it is up to you. It is up to your wisdom then when to use those words. That is extremely important. Then when to use. Otherwise, what generally happens? Oh my goodness, I'm falling short of words, because you do not have the words in your vocabulary list, right? So it's all about when to use those words, that definitely a teacher, a mentor can tell you, and another mentor, like, that mentor everybody has, and that mentor is your experience. Your experiences are going to teach you that, bro, use this word here, there is a need to use this word. And let me tell you, sometimes it will happen, because this is what my learner, this kind of feedback my learner gave to me, that because I always tell them, like, once you will use, like, you are speaking in a normal or moderate English language, but in between, if you will put two or three fancy words, the other person is listening to you, that person is will come and ask you that, oh, you have used this word, would you mind telling me the meaning of the word? Or if the person will not confront you that for that word, that person will definitely google that word, that what word did you use. So indirectly you are teaching other people as well. And this kind of feedback I received from my learners, that, ma'am, when I use this word, that person asked me that, oh my goodness, you are using such a fantastic word, can you tell the meaning of that word? And people start looking at them in a different manner, in a manner which is quite professional, in a manner which is like more, you can say, what kind of word, with that sort of manners and respect, you can say, like that has completely changed the scenario of their personality, right? So please understand, yes, there's a need of using those advanced words. It's just you need to know when to use those words. So what are your thoughts on this topic? Do you still believe that yes, there is a need of using fancy words, or you believe no, it's absolutely fine, I can express myself in the simplest words as well? So do let me know your thoughts in the comments.